All right, we are about to begin the blog on this new lens. So I got a new lens for my studio, since the old one that I had was an f4. I wanted one, that was a lot faster. This is a Sigma 18-35 f1.8, and this weekend we're gonna try it out. This is the only lens that I brought. We are going on a little trip, and we're gonna go see what this lens can do. All right, now this might turn out to be a little bit of a difficult weekend for me, since I'm not used to leaving my house with only one lens. I usually like to bring at least one prime lens, usually my 85mm f1.8. Sometimes I also bring my 70-200 f4, but always have two lenses. So having only one lens, this 18-35, it's gonna be a bit challenging for me, but what it's for. Plus, we're also going to check out what the lens can do. Alright, so another thing that I've been noticing about this lens this last couple of days is that it's a lot beefier. It's a lot heavier than my other f4 lens. But yeah, I know this one being a 1.8 does have a lot more weight to it, a lot more glasses inside this particular lens. And also the fact that this is an 18-35 instead of 16-35, that makes a little bit of a difference. But for this type of blogging scenarios, I think they're both fine. It's just that it's been kind of a hassle to carry this huge big lens heavy while we're trying to blog and do other things like that. So I'm kind of curious about its low light capabilities, which we will try out tonight later on once the sun starts going down. But being a 1.8, I don't think we're gonna have that much problems being able to take some nice videos and photos at night. We are gonna try both of those things later on. So, all right, let's keep going. This is retro. This is retro. All right, here are my final thoughts about this new Sigma lens. And is it going to be the best lens for YouTube? Well, after playing around with it this whole weekend, it was a challenge for me from the beginning, just knowing that I only had one lens to, get all of the types of shots that I wanted to get for this particular video. And you know, for someone who is not used to carrying a wide angle lens most of the time I carry my 85mm 1.8, or my other option usually most of the time is my 70-200. But just taking this 18-35, it was going to be a challenge for me from the get-go. So after playing with this lens for the first day or two, I did like it a lot. But here are some caveats that I found. One thing is that the lens it's pretty heavy. It's a lot heavier than my other f4 lens, and I know because it has a lot more glass inside, it's going to be a little bit beefier, but I just wasn't really thinking it was going to be that much of a difference. But when it comes to blogging or, you know, making videos on the run, it does get a little heavy sometimes. Another thing is that on this particular camera, my EOS R, once I put this lens on, it doesn't give me the option to record in 60 frames a second. With all of my other lenses, those are Canon brand, I was able to have all of the options available. Now, I don't know why this particular lens does not let me shoot in 60 frames a second. So if anyone out there knows, y'all guys can just comment down below and just let me know. I have no idea why it works on some lenses and not on this particular lens. So now let's talk about the low light performance of this lens. In my testing, I felt like this lens did amazing in low light. Obviously it's 1.8, it's gonna be really nice. I really do like the way the bokeh or bokeh looks in this lens, however you guys say it. And I feel like, yeah, I got a pretty pleasant image coming out from this lens, even when it was really, really dark outside. So low light performance, I feel, is pretty awesome. So overall, is this lens the best lens for YouTube? Now, a lot of the footage on this lens, everything actually, except a couple of the shots of the actual lens itself, everything else was shot with this 18-35. Now, I feel all the way zoomed in at 35, you can get some nice close-up shots. You can take some nice photos and portraits. So I feel this lens can probably do 80% of what you need to do for your YouTube videos or your YouTube channel. That's just my personal opinion. There might be some other people that can't live without the 85s or the 100mm, all of those, but those are very expensive lenses. This lens, the reason why I feel is so great is because of its price point. Because even the Canon counterpart of this lens, which I believe is the 16-35 f2.8, that lens is like $2,300, $2,600. Super expensive. This lens, obviously this lens is the EF mount version, so I have my little adapter. It's fine, it's perfect, and this lens only comes out to like $650. So for a lens that can shoot, take some very awesome shots, have some nice video quality, low light capabilities, and even the autofocus on this video, I feel like everything about this lens is pretty awesome for its price. So awesome lens. I think, in my personal opinion, this is probably the best lens for YouTube. And if you don't believe so, let me know in the comments down below. Why not? Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out a lot. Subscribe. If you guys are not subscribed already, make sure you hit and smash the notification bell so you guys can get notified for future videos. And you guys be safe out there. See you guys next week. Peace.